Merry Christmas, everybody. How's everybody doing? Everyone having a great Christmas. How you guys doing? Little impromptu, unscheduled Christmas night live stream. We're going to talk about Christmas movies. I'm going to talk about my favorite Christmas movies. I may have a couple of guests come in, but yeah, for right now, that's what we're going to go with is Christmas movies. There's a lot of them, and there's a lot of good ones. So if that's something that interests you, hit the like button. Stay tuned. That's what I'm talking about. Air bubble. Not good. All right. I don't expect to have a lot of people showing up and hanging out because it is Christmas night, but figured the wife and kid, they're all tuckered out. Gotta get the kid in bed. So if they're gonna be in bed, then I'm gonna just jump on here, do a little live stream. Because we talk about Christmas movies. We watch them. The Christmas movie season starts, and all of a sudden, it's gone. You know what I'm saying? It's gone. And you take 2 + 2 = 4, man. It's gone. What impression is that? Anybody know? Anybody know that impression? It wasn't very good, but but you gotta love him. All right, let's see who we do have hanging out. We got Vincent McLean. I'll join if Birch don't. There's not going to be any Nick. There's not going to be any Justin tonight. So I sent Vince the link. I sent Jace the link. So Merry Christmas, man. Hope Santa brought you everything you wanted. I'll show off what Wifey Claus got your boy for Christmas. She absolutely knocked it out of the park this year. She always does really good, but this year she got me. With some trickery. Blue Hellion, hope you had a Merry Christmas, brother, as well as your family. And same to you, Bleeker. Hope you had a Merry Christmas with your family as well. JT Gamer. Oh, right on. Got some DVDs. Brian Clark, what is going on? Merry Christmas to you. That was the last midnight premiere I went to. I'll tell you that. And, Nick popping in from the chat. Firehawk 2069. What's going on? Welcome. Hope you had a great Christmas as well. Had to put on my Santa Claus hat. My Jurassic Park Tyrannosaurus Rex Christmas sweater. The best Christmas sweater ever. Christmas Vacation is my favorite, says Mr. Brian Clark. We're going to talk about Christmas Vacation. We are going to talk about Christmas Vacation for sure. So, I've been taking an interest in doing more reading this year. And my wife was able to get from her sister this like laptop-y tablet thing. It's one of those like, I don't know, it's like a $50 Google tablet that like folds backwards into it's a laptop that folds backwards into a tablet. And it's kind of slow. It's a little outdated. The graphics aren't real good on it. And it is super heavy. So, you're trying to read and you have to zoom in because the graphics aren't good enough that you can actually read the words and the word bubbles real good. And as heavy as it is, you're laying in bed and all of a sudden, foul, this 5-pound computer just lands right on your face. Yeah, it was it was difficult, but I used it. I've been reading on that for several months. Several months. Nick uses the iPad deal, and I was like, dude, it's way too much money for an iPad, bro. Way too, excuse me, way too much money for an iPad. That, and I've never been a fan of Apple anything. Like, I'm just not. You know, everything costs more just because it says Apple. You know, that's it. So, wasn't a fan of it, but I had made mention that, you know, I'd like something a little better at some point to read on. And my wife mentioned, you know, well, I had something in mind I was going to get you for Christmas, but you can't find them anywhere. I waited too long. Now you can't find them. She's like, I was going to get you an iPad. And I was like, I don't do that. Don't do that. I was like, too much money. I was like, it's okay, really. Well, we went to Nick's house a couple weeks ago, and they were out looking for iPads and stuff. And she told me on the way home, like, we looked everywhere. We couldn't find them, this, that, and the other. She was like, look, after Christmas, when they're back in stock, I'll get you an iPad. Maybe I'll just get you some accessories for Christmas for the iPad. I was like, okay, no problem. The day before Christmas Eve, no, last Tuesday. So 2 days before Christmas Eve, I walk out of my house at 5:30 in the morning, pitch black. USPS driving by. I was like, this early, really? Leave a big old Target box on the front porch. So I'm like, okay, I don't have time for this. Throw the Target box on the couch, get in my truck, I go to work. And I don't think anything about it. And then today, it's Christmas. You know, we're opening up the gifts and everything, and it's cool. She got me a new set of trimmers because, you know, I shaved my head bald. And I've been needing a pair of those. I think mine are about 4 years old. So got the new trimmers. That was super awesome. I was pumped about that. I see you back there. Give me 1 second. Got the trimmers. My son got me some really cool Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle socks. Those were awesome. He also got me a bedside table organizer, which was super cool. And didn't really know that I needed that as much as I did. And when I got it, I was like, no, I needed this because my bedside table is a mess. So I got that. And what else? I'm trying to think what else. Some socks, you know, the normal things. And then we get to the last gift, and she hands me this, like, you know, it's like a shirt box. Like, here you go, shirt box. I was like, oh, okay, cool. This must be my Yellowstone shirt because I had picked out a Yellowstone shirt because I'm a fan of the show. And I'm like, wait, this is kind of heavy. I open it up, and I'm like, what is this? Like, I can't even tell what it was. It was an iPad. She got me an iPad. She did the iPad thing. She got me like the one with the big memory and everything. I was like, what? And the box was weird because, like, on the box, all it showed you was just like the side on the front. So all I saw was a white box with this picture. And I was like, what in the world? What in the world is this? And I flip it over and I saw the Apple thing. I was like, no, you didn't. She did. So I've read the Death of the Family from the New 52. I read Court of Owls. I'm almost through Batman Hush. And I read a lot of the DC Flintstones, which, why? I don't know. I just thought it was like, hey, cool, Flintstones. Death of the Family is definitely my favorite Batman story that I've read to date. But so yeah, that was it for me. But I want to bring someone in. I do have a visitor. We're going to bring him on.
You did it! Congratulations!
Congratulations, you did it. Now you can't ever be upset and say Skeff is the only one that's ever made it on, and you never got in on here. You're on here.
That's right. That's right. You hear me? You hear me well?
Here. We can hear you. We can.
Sweet. Awesome. This is a new streaming app that I've never used before. So, you know, I had to make sure everything got all lined up right. So,
oh, yeah, man. We're streaming 1080p out here on this Joker.
Heck yes. But thank you. I appreciate it. I honestly, I didn't even think it was going to work. You know, me being able to get up in I mean, it's technically still a Saturday Night Babylon, but it doesn't say it, right? So, you know, I wasn't sure, but, you know, I thought I'd shoot my shot. Thanks for letting me come on, man.
For sure, for sure. Hope you had a great day today, man.
It was chill AF, definitely. So,
Right on.
you know, as you know, like a lot of stuff in my life has changed, but I still have very close friends and family. So,
Awesome.
I work kind of late, so my sleep schedule is all pushed back. So I usually wake up between like 11 and 12, a.m. now. But my day started off with a brisket that was starting to get cooked yesterday at 6 p.m. So yeah, it was good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That sounds awesome. AEW gave you a nice little Christmas match earlier this week. I know you were tripping about that. I know
So
you were just jumping up and down, running
so
around the house in nothing but a Sting t-shirt, no underwear, shorts or nothing, just Stinger.
so like I saw the highlights. I saw the highlights because like I work nights, so I don't get to watch
Mm,
AEW Dynamite anymore. So I try to catch the highlights and stay up to date to it. But I did see that match. That was a good match. I saw the finish of it, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. There's been a lot of changes going on in AEW, and I keep up with wrestling news all the time, as you know. So,
oh yeah.
but it's been pretty great, man.
Right on. Right on. We got a
I like your
couple
get
in.
up.
Oh, appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
This is my boy Mike. What's going on, brother? Love this guy. He's been my best friend for as long as I can remember. Me and that dude grew up together. We've been around each other our whole lives. So, my brother out in New Jersey. Who dat? What's going on, man? Got some cool turtle stuff. Right on, dude. I didn't see no pictures in the Shellheads chat, man.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been
And
looking at turtle books that I may or may not want to try to pick up at some point in the near future. So
oh, right on. They're tough, but right now everything seems to kind of be settling down some. So it might be a good time to do that. What's up, Barrett? Might be a good time to do that. I know there's a couple of monster books that I got my eyes on that I may or may not be procuring within the next month to 2 months. I plan on starting 2022 out with a major explosion and slowly fizzling out as the year ends.
do you have any that you want to talk about that you're willing to talk about?
Um, well, I do have a video coming out. Well, I assume it's coming out next week. It depends on if Nick has time to edit this weekend, but I will tell you they are of the X-Men genre and the Fantastic Four genre.
Oh, that's
And
right. I did
maybe,
see a thing that said you've been on a Fantastic Four. I think I did watch one
yeah,
of your videos where that's been going on.
and surprise to everyone, one single book from the Amazing Spider-Man genre.
I honestly thought you were going to say Star Wars.
Yeah, no. I
I,
wouldn't go
I
that far off the. I wouldn't go that far off the rails. But
that
one
sounded like.
Spider-Man book, but it's not even. But it's not about Spidey. So I'll just drop that hint. Like
Oh,
like
okay.
Spidey, like nobody even thinks Spidey when they see the book. So, but it'll be a big one though.
Like like.
That's what I'm talking about, Nick.
Hold on. Is there a private chat here? Hold on. Here. I have an idea. Be wrong, but
No, it's much
okay.
later than that. Much later book
Oh,
than
okay.
that.
Oh, okay.
That's a book that if I got it, I would never want to let go of it. So,
Right.
this would be a book that would be another one of my wife's books, kind of like the Hulk 181, where like she's like, let's put some money into another big book
Okay.
for a long hold, and I was like, okay, well, it's got to be something that obviously is still cool, something that I believe is worth the investment, and something that I don't have a problem with letting go later on. So. It's a yellow cover, I'll tell you that, and I'm leaving it alone.
All right. Well, now I got to go through and look.
Um, let's see.
But it's from the Amazing Spider-Man run?
It is. It sure is.
Within the first 300?
Oh yeah. First 150.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good on you. I know nothing about Spider-Man as far as the comics. I mean, I do, because that's our job, right? It's our job to like know the ins and outs of just about everything, even if we don't like specifically collect it.
Right.
So
We are expected to have some kind of minimal knowledge.
yes. So I'm excited. I'm excited for you. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that. And are you buying it graded, or are you gonna get it raw?
Yeah, anything I'm buying that big is going to be graded for sure. Um,
Are you gonna
and
like try to crack it and
yeah, if I can
press
get
it?
something that um, that has pressable defects, look like it has not been pressed or cleaned, um, that's definitely the way I want to go. That's what I did with the 181.
Right.
That one has issues that will go a little bit further than just your standard press and cleaning. I'm gonna have to get that one to like a big time professional to remove some of the stuff on it that is on there. But if I can get that stuff removed, I think I can almost double the grade on it. So that would be huge,
Oh yeah,
huge,
that's
huge.
awesome.
So let's talk about some Christmas movies. Are you a Christmas movies guy?
I do have. Well, I'm a giant. I'm a giant movie person. Nick, I just want to let you know I'm trying to behave here. So I'm working on it. If it slips up, I vehemently apologize, but I'm really trying to keep it within the limits of my condition of being on the Babylon. But yes, I am a big movie buff, and I do have a lot of Christmas movies that I do enjoy. Obviously, Die Hard, duh. Okay,
I've
but
I've never seen that movie.
you haven't? Okay.
No. I've thought about watching it about 5 times in the past couple days, and I just haven't been able to, but I need to sit down and watch it.
Just the first one. Honestly, just the first one. I've heard that the second one is actually not bad, and then the only other one that I saw was the Live Free or Die Hard one with Bruce Willis and Timothy Olyphant. That one was pretty cool. But my other favorite like live action movie, Christmas movie, is actually Lethal Weapon, the first one. That is a full on Christmas movie.
Okay.
So I enjoy that one. And then my my other probably favorite Christmas, more animated, I guess you could say, Christmas movie would probably be the original Mr. Grinch. And that specifically because of the Grinch song. Like the
Okay.
original Mr. Grinch song, and the singer who does that rendition of that song, it's just so great. Like his voice is so low, gets so low and
Oh,
gets
yeah.
so high, and just the theme, it just fits really well. Jim Carrey's Mr. Grinch, or Grinch movie, is a classic. It's great.
Mhm.
And another one from my childhood that I haven't actually seen in a while is the original Rudolph the Reindeer claymation one.
Yeah. We used to watch all those claymation Christmas movies with my dad. I think he actually got for Christmas one year like a full collection of them. I mean, he loved those things with the little snowman guy and with the mustache, and you had Rudolph and the abominable snowman and the whale.
Right.
Yeah.
I got to look up the list to see if there's something else. I'm sure there is. I have seen that one Christmas movie with Chevy Chase. It's Chevy Chase, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is Christmas, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
And
So I did watch that for the first time, I think 2 or 3 years ago. It's not bad. It's okay. It's got its funny moments. The Uncle Eddie is definitely hilarious and the best character. And sorry, Nick, but I won't say his line, but he's got the best line in the entire
hold on,
movie.
hold on. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I saw it. Boom! There it
Yeah,
is.
there he goes.
And indeed it was. Indeed it was. Yeah, this was one I wanted to talk about too. I hadn't seen this movie until a couple of years ago as well.
Hmm.
And after watching, because I was like, you know what, everybody talks about this movie. It came out before I was born, I believe. So I was like, let me just check it out. And I checked
Hmm.
it out, and I was like, I love this. I loved it. I love the whole thing with Eddie is great. Um, I love when Clark is at the office, and he's totally getting crapped on by everyone there. And there's a big
Hmm.
line of people walking by, and he's like, "Oh, Merry Christmas, kiss his ass, you kiss his ass, you kiss my ass." I
Yeah.
was just dying,
Yeah.
and he's planning for this big swimming pool the entire time, and then totally gets screwed over and gets jelly of the month for a year, and then Eddie goes and kidnaps his boss. The whole thing was just great. The Christmas tree, oh my
Hmm.
gosh, where he cuts that
Yeah.
rope and whew.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good. It's got its moments. I'd have to watch it again because I think we ended up watching it after we had like all the festivities and all the food and stuff, and so we're all just like laying around and just like dozing in and out of consciousness. So I'd have to watch it again, but it was good. Home Alone, of course, like original Home Alone, not this new baloney that came out like recently that one of my best friend, he said he watched and it was like absolutely garbage. But original Home Alone is
Yeah,
so good.
yeah. Even number two was pretty decent. My kid loves one and two, but this
Yeah.
this quickly became my son's absolute favorite Christmas movie. Because he loves the Wet Bandits. I
Oh
mean, he
yeah, they're so
loves
great.
the Wet Bandits. So
We're the Wet Bandits.
right, and
What are
and
you
and
doing? We're the Wet Bandits. It's their calling card. We got to do it.
and in his little mind, like, anyone who tries to steal something or is gonna try to hurt you, like, he likes to play that what if game about everything. So he's like, "Daddy, what if we were doing this and some bandits come?" I was like,
Oh my gosh.
"Those bandits wouldn't. I promise you don't have to worry about bandits. I got you, dude." He's like, "Well,
Yeah,
what if the bandits came in the house in the middle of the night?" I was like, "That would be the worst mistake those bandits ever made." I was like, "I
it
promise
would
you,
be
dude,
bad.
you don't have to worry about bandits." And it's not that he's afraid, he just thinks it's funny. He wants me to say we're gonna set these traps up and paint cans and marbles on the floor and set their hair on fire, and
Yeah.
I mean, the whole aspect of the movie is absurd as you could possibly imagine, but it
Oh
works
yeah.
and it's great. So, yeah,
So
agreed
like
100%.
like the most cringiest parts. Okay, so like in Home Alone, whenever you set all the traps and then they're trying to get in, the parts that make me go like every time I see it is whenever the tall skinny dude, what's his name again?
Um,
What's his name again? Anyways, like it's whenever
Todd and Margot are their names. I can't remember
he's
which one's which.
he's trying to climb. He climbs in through the window next to the Christmas tree, and all the ornaments are on the ground, and like they capture just destruction of feet. And there's that one scene whenever he like steps on it, and you see it just pop out the side and just breaks. Oh gosh,
You can
Daniel
feel
Stern. Yeah, yeah.
it. You can
That
absolutely feel it.
and then of course, like he's got like all his toy cars and stuff. But I think of Legos, right? Legos are the
Oh, yeah.
bane of everybody's feet. So like that would be the thing that your son would help to contribute to a home defense system is just like chakra the Legos onto the ground in front of the door. Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Oh,
nail
yeah.
through the foot. Nail
Nail
through the
through the
foot is
foot,
pretty
yeah.
bad too.
His screams are what makes it for me. His
Yeah,
screams. I
and his
mean, when he
facial
stepped on that
expressions.
nail,
Yeah, like the delayed reaction. Yeah,
absolutely love it.
it's pretty great.
Um, let's see. Guys, I've got about 12 of these loaded up. So a lot of the ones you're talking about, I got you. Let's talk about this. This is definitely one of my absolute favorites from my childhood.
I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
Oh no,
Like
this
there's
is
only
great.
there's only like a few Arnold Schwarzenegger movies after like the action sequence and stuff that I've seen slash would watch again, but that's like very few and far between.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's
This one,
just too
man. I,
cringe.
I
Ugh.
so Turbo Man, the toy the kid's holding. So the deal with the movie is Arnold Schwarzenegger is a father who makes promises to his child that he never is able to own up to because he's always so busy with work and everything else. It starts off with him at a Christmas party, and he's working. You're my number one customer, and he misses his kid getting his purple belt, which is 1 away from green and 3 away from black.
Okay.
And so he gets home and he's like, Jamie, I want to make it up to you. Is this the belt? This is really cool. He's like, I want to make it up to you. If there's something you really want for Christmas. And he's like, I want the Turbo Man action figure with 5 action sounds and movable arms and legs and super flying jetpacks and all this, that, and the other. You know, he goes through the whole commercial, even says, accessories and batteries sold separately.
Oh my gosh.
So Arnold's like, okay, I get it for you, Jamie. I can do this. And so he puts the kid to bed. He goes into the bathroom, or in his bedroom. His wife's in the bathroom getting ready for bed. She was like, you picked up the Turbo Man, right? And he was like, and it just zooms in on his face, and he's like, huh? She's like, the Turbo Man. I told you last week to pick it, or I told you a couple of weeks to pick it up. Yes, I got the dog. You really think I wouldn't pick it up? You told me to pick it up. I got it. And so they lay down, and she's like, good, because it would be impossible to get at this point. So the next day is Christmas Eve, and he spends the entire day fighting Sinbad, who is a mailman out looking for the Turbo Man as well. And it's like the hottest toy on the planet. So obviously there's none anywhere. So like the whole movie is these two just fighting it out all through the city to get the Turbo Man action figure.
Oh my gosh.
And it is absolutely fantastic. One of my absolute favorites. My wife got that for me for Christmas a couple of years ago. And yeah, it is one of those that I always watch. Always watch every year.
You can get you a Turbo Man Funko Pop.
Dude, they actually released the Turbo Man action figures this year. Like they re-released the full-size figure too.
Wow.
Yeah, but they were pulled off shelves as soon as they hit shelves. Like everybody went out and grabbed them, and then they were on eBay for like 3 times the amount. And I was just like,
wow,
I don't need a Turbo Man, bro.
That's crazy.
What about this one? Everybody's seen this one.
I don't think I've actually seen that.
So this one doesn't fall too high on my list anymore. The only reason being that I don't think I've seen a Christmas movie more than I have this one in my entire life. For many reasons. My mom, this was her favorite Christmas movie ever. So we watched it a lot growing up. And then on Christmas Eve, Nick and I would not sleep. We would stay up, and on TNT, was it TNT? I think it was TNT. They played A Christmas Story from Christmas Eve at like 12 o'clock, as soon as Christmas Eve started, all the way till 12 o'clock on Christmas. Nonstop. Just over and over and over. End credits roll, and then it starts over. So Nick and I would just sit up all night playing with this on, watching this.
Oh, okay.
And I was just like, I don't know. I guess I got kind of
burnt out
on it, I guess, from that. Yeah. But
so Kick-Ass Dude in here put another Christmas movie I totally didn't think about, Friday After Next with Ice Cube.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That is definitely like one of my favorite movies, because it goes, Friday is obviously the best one. Next Friday it's okay, but Friday After Next, absolutely 100% would agree with that.
Yeah, I love that one. Yeah, absolutely. I can't believe I forgot to put that on the list.
Right?
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, me and Mike, we watched those Friday movies a bajillion times growing up.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen A Christmas Story. I feel like I'm getting that confused with like another Christmas movie that's apparently like one of the big main Christmas ones, where isn't it It's a Wonderful Life? That's what it's called.
Okay, yeah.
That's
I've never seen that one, or Miracle on 34th Street. This is the one where the kid gets the Red Ryder BB gun. You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, the best part where the was whenever he starts beating up on the kid bullying him, and he's cussing, but like you don't actually hear cuss words. He's just like mumbling some mumbo jumbo stuff. But
gotcha.
Yeah, that's a good one. This guy here, this one, Four Christmases, is.
I've never heard of that.
This has got to be top 2 for me.
Really?
Top 2 for me. And I know Nick will agree with me, and my wife is absolutely on board as well. This is the most hilarious Christmas movie you'll ever watch. John
Vince Vaughn is
Favreau's
pretty
in it.
funny though, so yeah.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
and John Favreau, yeah,
yeah,
that's funny.
he's in it. Tim McGraw and Favreau are Vince Vaughn's brothers, and they're like
Okay.
these backyard UFC rejects. So as soon as he walks in the house with his nice clothes on, they just start beating the hell out of him.
Oh my gosh.
And they basically Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon. They're a couple, but they're not married. They don't want to get married because they don't want to ruin their relationship. And married
Okay.
people are crazy.
Okay.
So they go and do like dance lessons and all this stuff. And people are, oh, when are you getting married? And they're like, well, we don't do that. We don't do families. We don't do all that. So every year at Christmas, they go on a big, extravagant vacation, and they come up with reasons to tell their families they're not coming. And in this one, they're inoculating babies in some weird part of the world that I don't even remember what he said. But then he learns how to say it in that language, and he's like, "Ma hop, me hawk, ma." And he's like, "That's Merry. You learned Merry Christmas in that language." He's like, "We got to take it all to the next level."
Oh my gosh.
I
So
mean,
they
it
just
is,
have to build onto the lie more
yes,
every time.
and
That's
they get
hilarious.
away with it. But this year, this crazy fog rolls in, cancels all the flights, so they have no choice because the news crew is there, and they actually talk to Reese and Vince. They're like, this weather's got to be ruining your plans for Christmas and blah blah. They're like, yeah, we were going on a vacation, but blah 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 blah. So then the parents start calling them. You guys were gonna do what? Well, y'all are coming to Christmas, right? And she's like, oh my gosh, okay. So now they have to go to his dad's, his mom's, her mom's, and her dad's. We
Oh
got
gosh.
4 Christmases, so
Oh no.
it is a must watch when it comes to Christmas movies for sure.
All right, I might have to check it out because that sounds like that's just like a giant
It's on
uh,
HBO Max right now, I believe. I
yeah,
mean, it'll keep you in stitches for sure.
a giant mess of just like
Oh
tragic
yeah,
events that have unfolded. I
Robert
see like
Duvall is in it. He's Vince Vaughn's father.
s- so how much cringe is in it? Because like there's only so much cringe I can sit through.
Oh no, it's just all laughs. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, it's all laughs, man. This is a movie that I think everyone can enjoy and just laugh and laugh and laugh. Because all the families are so different, and then these two are nothing like any of the families, and
Okay.
it just everything clashes.
Okay. Got you.
The Santa Claus. I feel like this is a classic. At
I've
this
I've
point,
seen parts of it. I think it's just been a long time since I've seen it. That's with Tim Allen, right?
yeah,
Okay, yeah, I've seen parts of that, and yeah, that is a classic, definitely a classic.
yeah, yeah. My kid, we've put it on before, but he's never really sat and watched it. This year, he really sat and watched it, and he loved it. He loved it, and I even like the second one of this. The third one is a little bit Jack Frost and all that. That was a little bit out there, but I mean, we are talking about Santa Claus falling off the roof and Tim Allen putting the suit on. Now he's Santa Claus, so I mean, we can't really judge it, I guess. But yeah, I think this one is definitely an instant classic, and over the years, it's definitely stuck around.
Okay, how many more on this list do you have to go through?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, because after this, on CBR.com, I found a 10 films that are debatably Christmas movies.
Okay,
If you want to check that out next.
all right. Christmas with the Cranks, another Tim Allen. Tim Allen is I love Tim
Like the
Allen.
king of Christmas, like over
Right,
here, like
right.
um,
I don't know
I think I've
between
heard of that
him
one.
and Vince Vaughn, because there's 2 Vince Vaughn ones on here too.
Okay.
But have you ever seen this one?
No. Like
All right,
the
so
actress looks familiar.
Jamie Lee
Is that
Curtis, she's
Jamie
from
Lee Curtis?
Halloween.
Okay.
Yeah, so Jamie Lee Curtis and Tim Allen are a married couple, and they live in this overly festive neighborhood, like to the point where it is almost like a cult. And they have decided, since their daughter is grown and she's joined the Peace Corps and she's out of the country, you know what? Let's skip Christmas. Let's go on a big cruise. Let's go on a vacation.
Sounds great.
So they don't put up any lights. They don't put Frosty up on the roof. Apparently, there's this big thing where like he puts this like 10-foot Frosty the Snowman on his roof of his house, and it's expected that that happens. And so when the people in the neighborhood start finding out, Dan Aykroyd is like the leader of the neighborhood Christmas cult,
Oh my
and
gosh.
him and his kid are like they are just relentless, about you're gonna put up lights and you're gonna put up Frosty, and they're coming to the house and doing caroling, trying to get them in the spirit, and they're hiding behind the curtains and stuff. And then Tim Allen gets sick of it, so he sprays the sidewalks with water and freezes them over, and they go get these horrible spray tans, and the preacher for their church walks up to them in the mall, and Jamie Lee Curtis standing there in a two-piece bathing suit, under boob hanging out and everything, this horrible tan, and he's like, and she's trying to cover up with this little hand towel and explain herself, and then Tim Allen walks out in a banana hammock,
Oh
and he's like
God.
all tanned up, and he's like, "Oh, Father, hello," it's just,
Oh my gosh. That
and,
sounds
and
really fun.
and then by the end of it, they're getting ready to go, and it's Christmas Eve. Their daughter calls, and surprise, I'm coming home for Christmas tonight.
Oh
I can't
no.
wait for the Cranks
Oh
yearly Christmas Eve
no.
party.
Oh
So now they have
no.
to like struggle and get the rest of the neighborhood to help them put this big Christmas thing together and act like
Is
that they weren't going to do the vacation. So
is Frosty going up the last like hurrah situation at the end of all that?
yeah, Frosty almost kills Tim Allen.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious.
It's great. It is great.
What else you got here? I'm learning so much.
Elf.
Okay, so here's my thing with Elf. I refuse to watch Elf because Will Ferrell is just he can be too much sometimes. But
Yeah,
I
this
do
is
know
one of
that this
those.
is a classic. I have seen some parts of it, but like it
Yeah.
just Christmas. There's other reasons for Christmas and stuff for me personally, but his just like admiration for Christmas and Santa is just so like I want to punch him in the face whenever I hear people say, "Oh my gosh, Elf is my favorite Christmas movie of all time." I'm like,
Oh, it's
you
nowhere near like
so
the
that's
top or like, one of my, it's definitely one that I watch,
right.
but it's not one that like, if
It's
I
not a
didn't sit down,
classic. It's not like you're
right.
one of your top classic ones.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure
If
you
I don't
probably would
sit down
rather
and watch
watch.
Elf during Christmas,
Yeah,
it's not ruining my Christmas season,
right. I do know that it is a good movie. I have been told that multiple times, and I've seen bits and pieces of it. But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I like the movie a lot, but it's one of those I can watch it once a year and be good.
hmm
I don't have to watch it 100 times. He gets into a big fight with the guy from I think he was in Game of Thrones. I didn't watch the show. Um, what's the guy's name?
you got to give me a little bit more here.
Um, let me see.
Is it a big dude, like a big dude, or a small
No,
dude?
he's a very, very small guy.
Oh, then you're probably talking about Peter Dinklage, right?
Yes, yes. So, he is working with Will Ferrell's biological father, um, putting out a children's book, and so they're in this business meeting, and Will Ferrell believes in his heart he is an elf. Santa's real in this whole thing. Basically, Santa came to Will Ferrell's house when Will Ferrell he came to an orphanage. Will Ferrell snuck in Santa's bag. He got back to the North Pole. He was adopted by an elf and was raised there. Now he's a grown man. He goes and finds his father in New York City. His father works on children's books, but he has no Christmas spirit.
Okay.
So fast forward, they're in this business meeting, and you've got this long table of suits, and at the head of it is Dinklage. And Will Ferrell walks in and is like, "Oh, what are you doing away from the North Pole? Does Santa know you're here?" And Peter Dinklage is like, "Yeah, buddy, real funny. I get more than a weekend than you do in your whole life, playing this whole thing off." And he's like, "He's an angry elf.
Oh my
Must be from the
gosh.
South Pole."
Oh my gosh.
And Dinklage is like, "Call me an elf one more time." And
Oh
he's like,
god.
"You're an elf." and Dinklage proceeds to beat the holy crap out of Will
That is
Ferrell
so
the
funny.
entire time, and he's beating him down, and Will Ferrell's still calling him an elf.
Just seeing like I can see the juxtaposition and difference in height between Dinklage and Will Ferrell, because Will Ferrell is a big dude. He's a tall
Yeah.
dude,
Oh,
and
he
Dinklage,
picked him up and slung him on the table, and
oh
then
man,
drug him down the table. It was hilarious.
that's funny.
So yeah, that was probably one of the best parts of that one. Let's see. Deck the Halls. Danny DeVito and Matthew Broderick. This is another one that it's not a like top tier, but it is one that I watch every year. So Danny DeVito moves into this neighborhood, and they have it's kind of one of those neighborhoods where everybody decorates their houses. It gets a little bit competitive. Well, Danny DeVito has basically lost his meaning in life at this point. Like, he's such a successful person, and then he loses his job, I think, or something like that at a car lot, or he owns a car lot. I don't know. But basically, he's looking for his meaning in life.
Okay.
So he makes it his goal to have his house seen from space. And you can see the house behind them, all the Christmas lights on it. Like, he wants to put so many Christmas lights on his house that it can be seen from space. And he's draining the power from the entire neighborhood. And these two just go back and forth at it. They have this ice skating race, and they're in like the slick bodysuits and everything. It is pretty funny.
Oh my gosh. I've got
definitely one I enjoy. Danny DeVito is pretty good. So
got a cat trying to get into stuff he's not supposed to. Get away. Go away.
Then we got Ben Affleck in Surviving Christmas. And I don't know how many people have seen this one in the chat. If you guys have seen this, let me know. But Ben Affleck basically has no family and very successful, big rich guy, got some kind of big fancy job. And he wants to have the feeling of family at Christmas. So he goes back to his childhood home and offers to the family living there to rent them out for Christmas.
Oh my God, what?
He wants the full Christmas experience.
The full Monty.
Oh yeah, and like he writes a contract, like you put stuff in the contract that they have to do that was basically stuff that he did as a kid or Christmas or never got to have.
Oh my gosh.
And he ends up falling in love with the girl over his shoulder there, which is his rented out sister. Ugh. And it just becomes a whole ordeal. The dad there, he ends up going through a midlife crisis and goes and buys like a freaking Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am. I mean, it's like a whole ordeal, but it is pretty hilarious and very amusing. I like that one. It's pretty good. But
oh my goodness,
one that definitely is a top tier for me is Fred freaking Claus, man, with Vince Vaughn. It is hilarious, man. You got Fred Claus in this one. He is the brother of Santa Claus.
Okay.
And he is very jealous of Santa Claus.
Of course.
You know, they go through their childhood, and Santa Claus, once he becomes a saint, Nicholas becomes a saint, once he gets to a certain age, time stops for him and his family. So they've been alive forever. And Vince Vaughn is basically a repo man. Like, he just, is a, upset, angry person, mad at the world over his brother. And, you get that awesome Vince Vaughn talking where he just starts talking and he goes really fast and he's trying to explain something to you. You don't want to listen, but then you really listen to what he's saying. It kind of makes sense.
Right.
I love when he does that.
Like when he's in Jurassic Park, The Lost World, and he's like going all insane about like what's going on. Yeah, no, the Vince Vaughn monologue, super fast. Yeah.
Yeah. So he ends up getting put in jail, and
like real jail or like Santa North Pole jail.
No, he goes to real jail because he fought an entire army of Salvation Army Santa Clauses for their change buckets.
Almost apparently, just like spurting coffee everywhere. Thank you for timing that.
So they get upset with him because he's trying to get up some money, and he's out there. He's got his bucket, and he's on the corner opposite the Salvation Army, and he's working for the people, helping people.
Oh my God!
Don't give to the Salvation Army, give to the people, man. I'm here with people, helping people.
Okay.
So they're like, "Hey, buddy, let me see your permit." He's like, "I don't need a permit. What are you stay out here with a fake Santa Claus outfit on?" And of course, he hates them because they're dressed as Santa Claus. So then they get in a big fight. He beats them all up in a children's toy store. So he ends up in jail. So he calls his brother for bail money. He's like, I'll give you the bail money. And he's like, well, look, how about I give you a Christmas present? How about I give you $10,000? Let me give that to you. Merry Christmas. He's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You just asked me for bail money. He's like, no, listen, man, you got to hear me out here. Okay. If it feels good for other people to give too. You got to learn to be able to receive, man. You're always giving. It's time to receive. So here's what I need you to do. Send me on top of the other money. I need $50,000. You let me hold that for a couple of weeks. I'm going to blow that up into $60,000. Turn around, give you 10 off the top, $10,000 to you. Merry Christmas. And his brother's like, whoa, 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 Fred, what are you talking about? So he's like, look, if you want that other money, you're going to have to come up here and earn it. He's like, reach some light bulbs where the elves can't reach, stamp some papers, wrap some presents, easy stuff. Just come up here and, you've never come up here to see me. So he goes up there and he just and then Santa Claus has a guy checking up on the Santa shop and everything.
Okay.
And basically like threatening to shut Santa Claus down.
Okay.
And he gets 3 strikes. Well, there's a DJ playing music in the workshop. And it's constantly, here comes Santa Claus, down Santa Claus Lane. So it's playing nonstop. And Fred loses it. He goes up to the DJ booth. And who is it? It is a miniature Ludacris. They have shrunken him down.
Oh my gosh.
So he's fighting with this guy. Like, you can't play the same thing over and over again. You're making people crazy. You got to shake it up. You got to do something different.
Okay.
So Ludacris gets physical with him and starts trying to fight him. And hold on, Nick. I think I sent you one. Yeah, Nick, if you'll look in that Dropbox folder, I already uploaded it to Dropbox for you. I did that right as the stream started. Double check the Dropbox. So anyway, him and Ludacris are fighting, and Ludacris is trying to bite him. He locks him in a closet.
Okay.
And then he starts to play a little less conversation, a little more action. And he's like, all right, let's get it going in here, guys. Let's get some Christmas going.
Right.
So then the next scene is he is like standing on a table on the assembly line, and the elves are like, it's like a concert. They're everywhere and they're dancing. He's crowd surfing and he's up there dancing and doing all this thing. And in walks Santa Claus with the guy that is threatening to shut down the North Pole. And
oh no.
And so the whole thing just continues on from there. Basically, he gets almost to the end of the strikes, and he ends up having to deliver the toys for Santa, and it becomes this whole big ordeal. But it's hilarious. I mean, that one and Four Christmases, I would say, are probably in the top 3, along with Jim Carrey's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Has to be my favorite one ever. I know it word for word. I mean, it doesn't have
so
to be
good
season, and I am still like constantly like, using the words. I love when he's going through talking about hating them. I hate you.
I think
entirely.
I think my favorite part is whenever he's having an echo battle with himself.
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
I'm going to whisper. That way, by the time my voice reverberates off the walls and gets back to me, I won't be able to hear it.
Yeah, it's
You're
so
an idiot.
Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, it's good. Jim Carrey did a great job in that movie, and like his whole suit, his Grinch suit was really awesome too. So
oh yeah,
like the whole design
wonderful.
and set and everything, bringing it like to a live action. Yeah, it was
apparently
really
he almost suffocated to death in that thing.
Jeez,
like it was serious. So, but yeah. The whole movie, I mean, the cinematography on it is beautiful. Whoville is just, I mean, it looks like a place you would love to visit. It's not to the point of being irritating.
Right.
It's just enough to make you love it without it getting to the point of being irritating. Now, the new animated one, I'm not a fan of that one at all. Nick loves that one. He thinks that one's better than this one, but I'm just not a fan of it at all.
I didn't know they came out with a new animated Grinch movie. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm a classic dude. Like I said, when we got started, I'm a classic Grinch, like Dr. Seuss Grinch or whatever it was original. Like,
yeah.
And then the Jim Carrey one after that. So I don't even know that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not as much of a fan of the new one. I mean, it's watchable, but it doesn't get to be a favorite for me.
Yeah.
So let's see the ones you got there on your list before and we'll probably roll out here in about another, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. We've been going almost an hour, so
Okay.
let's see what you got there.
All right. So get a screen share going on here.
All right, here we go. Bam.
So this is off the CBR here. 10 films that are debatably Christmas movies. I kind of feel like we need Perry Comics here for this. But
yeah, I invited him. I don't think he's gonna be able to make it. Hey, Merry Christmas, Kyle. Hope you had a good one, brother.
So Gremlins includes horror elements, but most definitely a Christmas movie. I don't think I've ever actually seen the original Gremlins movie. But
Yeah.
that apparently is on this list. I don't know much about that. Personally.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever. I think I've seen the Gremlins, but it was so long ago I couldn't remember anything about it except if you feed them after midnight, or they turn into those weird alien looking things. You have to get water on them.
But like I said, like I feel like Perry should have been here for this because I think he just went through and watched all the Gremlin movies.
Okay.
So yeah, he would be able to be the the 411 on that whole aspect. I mentioned this earlier, Lethal Weapon, the original one, with Mel Gibson, full hair, full on mullet, just being a total beast mode, a bit crazy. Takes place during Christmas, with the Jingle Bell Rock going on in it. Just a classic movie all around, but definitely one of the top Christmas movies that I remember watching back in the day. And a lot of people would definitely say Nightmare Before Christmas is a Christmas movie. Even though it seems more Halloween kind of because it's,
maybe we should consider that to be like a Thanksgiving movie because, you watch it right between both of them.
Right. And, the Nightmare Before Christmas is just a classic. It's just one of those old-time classic movies anyways. So there's that one. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Christopher Padilla just said something about that.
So that's one. I don't think I've ever seen this. But Val Kilmer is definitely one of my all-time favorite actors. It's unfortunate what happened to him with his cancer and stuff, but he's come on the up and up for that. And I cannot wait to see him in the new Top Gun movie. That's going to be really awesome.
Yeah.
But this is also a Christmas movie. Edward Scissorhands, a story about snow falling on Christmas.
I've never seen that movie, so I have no idea.
Neither have I. There's only so many Tim Burton movies I've seen, and this one is just one of those all-time favorite ones for a bunch of people out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. Probably one of his most iconic films that Johnny Depp has ever done besides the Pirates of the Caribbean. Eyes Wide Shut. Doesn't feel like a typical Christmas movie at all, apparently, but they have it on this list. I don't think I've ever actually seen this movie front to back, so I really don't know what to say about that. But
yeah, I'm not sure on that one.
Yeah. Trading Places.
Yeah, I can kind of see.
I don't think I've ever actually seen this one either.
Yeah, it's pretty funny with Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy. It doesn't have a choice but to have some funny aspects.
Right. Batman Returns. Original Batman Returns.
Because you have the one Christmas tree lighting.
Right. So there you go with that one. And then apparently Iron Man 3, which I did not like Iron Man 3 that much. It was okay, but it was and I don't remember it being Christmas themed. And then of course,
see the tree in the background right there.
I know, but yeah. And of course, Die Hard #1 is the most debated Christmas movie of all time. But I'm pretty sure just about everybody that's seen it will say it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, that's all I've ever heard about it. I never hear anybody say anything else about Die Hard other than it's a Christmas movie.
Right.
So I don't even argue that one.
Yeah. So I just thought that was kind of cool. I was trying to look up like all the Christmas movies, just off of the Google search.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm kind of curious. Is there are there other movies that are debatable for Christmas movies like Die Hard and then CBR? We already spend a whole bunch of time on comics and stuff like that. So why not CBR have a list
stuff like that?
So
yeah, there were some good ones on there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, the chat had some that were on there too, so that was
Oh yeah,
good.
I totally forgot about the Friday After Next. That one,
TK, Merry
yeah,
Christmas, bro. Yeah, Friday After Next. I can't believe I forgot that one. I love that one, man.
it's so great.
Freaking Mike Epps and
Oh, it's so
Ice
fun.
Cube together is absolutely brilliant. And then you start throwing in Pinky and
Cat Williams,
Cat Williams. Oh
Terry
my gosh.
Crews.
Hold up, wait a minute, let me put some pimping in it.
Yep. It's just like Cat Williams being a pimp in that movie with his short and very high pitched stature is
Oh
just,
yeah.
it's
Oh yeah.
so, the juxtaposition is just so perfect. It's great.
And see, when you had the old ladies, Carolyn and Mike
Oh,
Epps
yeah.
walks up and he's like, "Nah, nah, nah, nah,
Yeah.
oh, and F that S.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna have to get up out of here. I know
Y'all
what
B
y'all
words.
doing.
Y'all need to get up out of here. And she's like, oh, who are you calling? Who are you talking? And then
I am
you
a
start.
child of the Lord. Y'all using the Lord to sell out here. I know what y'all are doing."
That's so great. I'm going to have to go watch that now. Thanks.
Oh
Thanks a
yeah.
lot.
In the beginning, he gets, the cops are there, and Craig's like, they got a speaker with our rent money, and Data, who got the rent money? Who
Yeah.
got the rent money? Tripping over stuff. He's like, where was you at last night, Mr. Get Bad, when I was getting beat down by Santa Claus with the tree?
Right. And he's like, I was like, I was all like,
Mhm.
he's just doing his whole Mike Epps thing. It was so great.
You had the Holy Moly Donut Shop.
And tastes so good, make you want to slap your mama.
Yeah. To Brothers Barbecue. Oh
Mm-hmm.
man, yeah. Yeah. Old Pops Witherspoon.
Oh,
It was a
R.I.P.
sad day when he died. He
Yeah.
was definitely a major part of those movies that made them so
Mm-hmm.
good. But yeah, that Friday After Next was a great Christmas movie.
Absolutely.
Definitely one of the best. Loved that one. Yeah, y'all fools got jacked by Santa Claus twice in the same day.
Yeah.
Start laughing at them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Well, that's it. That's the rundown on some of my favorite Christmas movies and some events and CBR's list of should it
Debatable.
make the list or not,
Yeah.
which was a great addition to the show. So thanks for hanging out, man. I'm glad that
Thanks for
you were
having
able
me.
to jump on. I didn't have to hang out by myself. Thanks for everybody hanging out in the chat. I know it's Christmas, so for those of you who hung out with us, we appreciate you spending that time with us tonight. Hope everybody has a great rest of the weekend, and we got 5 days to knock it out into the new year and get everything started off on a brand new foot. Take that foot and shove it right up the New Year's. You know what, guys? We got to do that. We got to do it. So, Vince, you got anything coming up soon, man?
I don't know. Honestly, if I'm going to do anything new, it'll probably be a Monday night jibber jabber. But I want to line it up far enough in advance to where I can actually do a live giveaway. Because right now I'm 7 away from 500 subscribers, which is kind of insane. Even through me kind of going on a hiatus for a little while, the support and the views and the channel is still getting a whole bunch of love. So thank you for everybody doing that. But I do want to do a 500 subscriber giveaway, and I think I'm going to give away my first appearance of Spider-Man 2099. I think that's what I'm going to do for the 500 giveaway, but I want to do it live. So once I hit 5, I'm that close. I'll set the date, post the thumbnail like a week and a half, 2 weeks in advance. Hopefully we can get a bunch of big people on there and just have a really fun time and do that giant ass giveaway. So yeah.
Awesome. Trying to figure out how to share. I don't know how to do it on the computer. Let me share Vince's channel in the chat here so you guys can go check him out. Definitely want to check out those Monday night jibber jabbers, the Thursday hauls when he does those as well.
Which I'm probably gonna have to change it unless I just do the video on Sundays and then just tell it to post on Thursdays. I could do that, I guess. Yeah, I could do that, but yeah, it's been a hot minute, so I just want to say thank you to everybody for here's my link to the channel for everybody. Still coming through and watching. I still have traffic on the channel, and you guys are amazing for doing that. Thank you very much. But yeah, I want to be able to get everybody on there. I'd like to see if I can get Gem Mint to come back because he was on for a live at one point.
Right on.
And get Jennifer from Comics Will Break Your Heart. She was a big hit on the Monday Night Jibber Jabber. Get her back on there, and just a lot of people. See if I can get as many
Jeff
people
and
on there.
Andy and I have been known to show up and wreak havoc on your show and make you buy books that you probably didn't really want to spend the money on at the time. That's happened a few times.
That has happened a few times. Yes, it has.
Yeah, you're gonna get some cool stuff over on Vince's channel: comic book talk, wrestling talk, video games, all kinds of different stuff. So definitely.
And the kicker, you can say whatever you want on my Monday Night Jibber Jabber because I don't give a hoot.
Yeah.
So that's the kicker. But we gotta keep it nice and PG.
Sometimes I go on there just so I can
exactly
release a little bit,
Yeah, like Nick, you're very welcome to come over and talk Dragon Ball Z with me. You're very welcome, but you have to show up and you can say whatever you want. So there's a little bit there.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you coming on again, man. Guys, make sure that you go and click that link. Go give my man here, I almost said Vincent McLean, the Comic Machine on YouTube. Give him a sub on there. Go follow him on Instagram so you can keep up with when he starts those jibber jabbers on Monday nights up because they're a lot of fun. And if you're watching the replay, please do the same. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you enjoyed the video and drop some comments. Let us know what were your favorite Christmas movies. And, what did I get right? What did we get wrong here? Did I pick some that were overrated? Did I miss out on some of your favorites? Let us know. You guys have a great rest of the weekend, and we will see you guys in the new year. Later.